So what's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 2 of our Inter Milan crew mode. And I'd like to start off for thanking you guys for all the support you've kept on the first video. And I'd like to read this comment which really did make me smile. Well, it is from Martin. It says, I took a break from crew mode and now I saw that you uploaded a new series, really hyped and a great video. That is why I do YouTube, guys. I'm really grateful for that, and thank you so much for that comment, as it really did pretty much make my day, to be honest. I really did enjoy that comment. So like I said before, I was going to have a look at some new players to try and sign, and we did offer a few deals behind the scenes, which you'll have a look of the up and coming emails as well. So we did inquire about Ben Yedder, which I think was in the last episode anyway. They want 14.5 million for him, so we don't really want to be paying that much money for a new striker, because we want a love a few players. Well, we don't just want that one star player. Carrasco wants 16.5 million. That's way too much. De Bruyne's only recently joined the club, and for Locodia they only want 1.6 million, so I don't want much for this guy. We're trying to offer a straight 600,000 for Locodia, because he won't be a first team player. He'll be a player that will be on the fringes, but maybe he will get into the first team squad if his potential does start to grow. A player that you guys want me to have a look at is Ramirez from Chelsea. I will inquire about him, but I don't think we have the financial capability to try and head and get him, but we'll inquire about him just to see what Chelsea do come back and say, and hopefully they don't want too much money for him. But they're the players that we'd like to bring in. There's a few other emails that we'll be getting back soon, because we did inquire about a hell of a lot of people. They say that, so that's bad news there, because we'd actually offer a deal for Fred, but it looks like he'll be joining Schalke, instead of us. Napoli, they've also received something from Napoli. Danny Ings, that's too much for Danny Ings. I'm not going to be paying that much for a player that's definitely not going to be coming into my starting lineup, so I don't want to be paying that much for him. Colin Wickham, they don't want very much at all, so maybe Colin Wickham will be a good choice striker if we could get him in, as he maybe even get into the first team squad. The only downside with Colin Wickham is his 2-star skill moves, which really he can't do anything for that. Coker, they want 20.5 million. Vivalva, not too bad. We'll try and get him for 2.75 million. He looks a decent striker, but once again, he's not one of them strikers that have got that much. I know they've got good potential, but are they really that good to step straight into our starting lineup? I'm not that sure, so we're going to have to be query about that. Ramirez, they want 17 million. We'll offer 7 million, but we won't go any higher than that. So if Chelsea don't accept that, I'm sorry for whoever requested for us to try and get Ramirez, but probably we won't be getting him. De Vobler, they say the player's too valuable for them, but whether he's too valuable or not, we're going to still try and go for him. Let's just see if we can find him. Here he is. I don't see how much we offered. 4 million. What happens if we offer 7 million? Because he's 20 years old and he's got. He looks pretty decent, to be honest. Considering he's valued at 5 million, I would have thought it'd be quite a good player. They say that it's too low for Kishner. Kishner is a right winger. He looks pretty decent. And there he is, left winger, sorry, but I do believe he can play right wing as well. We'll up it to 3 million, just see if that will lure him away from Ajax. I don't really think it will do, but you never know what happens. Shakhtar, because they've accepted a bid from another team. Ruben Neves, because he's recently moved to the team, so we won't be getting him. Timo Werner, because they believe he's worth more than that. So Timo Werner, we've still got a chance of trying to bring him into the club, because he's one of them players that I do like having these type of players in the club, because they have got really, really good potential. So if you do play them little and often, maybe you get them into the massive stars of the next season. They say that he's only recently moved to the team, so DeAndre Ledlin won't be coming. Danny Rose is too valuable for Tottenham. Julian Brand, because they're not interested in the player we've included in the deal, which was Jonathan. So we'll offer 2.5 straight deal for him. Celta de Vigo, they say that Hugo Mayo is too valuable to them, because we do need a right back or a left back, because Davide Santon is a good player to have because he plays right back and left back, but we need a right back or a left back. So depending whoever we get, we'll be deciding who we can put into the squad. So I'm hoping we do get a deal accepted one day or another, because we haven't got anyone accepted at the moment. Fernandez, too valuable. They don't want to loan one of their players to a rival team. Andy Carroll, because the player is too valuable to them. So a lot of players we just can't get because they're saying that they're too valuable to the club. But whether they're too valuable or not, I still believe we should still have priority, and the player should be able to choose whether he wants to leave or not, because maybe Andy Carroll wants to come to Inter Milan. You never know. Chelsea, Juan Cuadrado, because we're not interested in the player. So they're not interested in Nagatomo. What happens if we offer a straight 12.5 million and try and bring Cuadrado back to the Serie A, which would be great if we could. We want to bring in Lucas Silva. They want 7 million for him. We'll try and offer a 5 million plus. Who can we offer that we don't really want at the club? Joe Obi. Bring him in, 5 million plus Joe Obi, because Lucas Silva looks a really, really good player, and I'd love to bring him into the club. Even if he doesn't come into the starting lineup, he will be a crucial player for the up-and-coming seasons. They say that they don't want, because the sum is too low and they believe is worth more than that. So Lopez won't be coming into the club of yet unless we offer him a more interesting contract. Here he is. So we'll try and offer him a 1.5 million for Lopez, because he'd be a centre attacking mid, but he will be able to play in various positions as well. I do believe he can play striker and maybe even centre mid as well, so he could be a good all-round player to have into the club. Eric Durm, they said they don't want because they're saying he's too valuable. So everyone is getting rejected because I think we put in stupid offers for a lot of the players. What happens if we offer 3.5 million for the left back from Borussia Dortmund? We definitely need a left back or a right back, because even David Santos is actually on loan to us, as is Dodo, who is the other player that's actually sitting at the back for us. But we're not having any luck with any of the transfer offers we're putting in of late, and I'm really hoping we can try and get one of the offers accepted sooner or later. Otherwise, we won't be getting any left back or right back, or even any player. But we've still got 20 million left, and we've still got quite a bit of time left as well, so hopefully. But the transfer offer for Jack Grealish has been accepted, so we'll try and bring him into the club. He'll be a sporadic first team player if he does come in. We decided to offer him for Camera because I believe he is a better player than what Camera is, only $500,000 as well. Fabian Delph because he's too valuable to them. Zaza because he's too valuable. Villalba, I believe, won't be joining us, and Noel Kishner. So we're going to have to try and find a new right winger and a new striker. Ramirez won't be joining the club. Hector because they've accepted a bid from another team. Because they believe he's worth more than that. So Lacodia, where is Lacodia? Here he is. So Lacodia will try and offer. They say they wanted that, so we'll offer 1.4 million. He looks pretty decent. He's only 20 years old. He's valued at 1.6 million. So maybe he'll be a decent signing if we could bring him into the club. Ben Yedder because he's too valuable to the club. So once again, the players that we want to sign are just too valuable to all the clubs. So I don't see how we're going to even manage to sign a player. We might have to go for someone like Charlie Austin in the end. You never know. But I'm not going to be paying 14.5 million for Ben Yedder. I know he's good rating and he's very young, but still, I don't want to be paying that much money for a player that I don't see as a world-class player. So that's the reason being why I don't really want to be signing or paying that much money. It'd be an overspend if we did do that. So we're going to have to try and think of something soon. They want 6.5 million for Andreas Weimann. We'll up it to 4.5 million, and that's maximum. I'm not going any higher than that because, once again, Weimann, I don't see him as a world-class player. I don't see him as a player that's going to really strengthen our squad. Obviously, he will strengthen it a little bit, but not that much. So we have got some squad reports back. This guy is not good enough. Just sorry. That's it. He's not good enough. Nor is this guy. So the players we've been scouting don't look very good at all. And this guy here, Omniby, is not good enough either. We have a loan offer accepted. They've accepted a bid for Kishner, so that's not very good. Unyao will be bringing out, I can't even speak properly today. Unyao will be able to bring him into the squad. I will offer 4 million plus a random player that we have around here. Camera, no, because he'll be leaving the club. This guy here, Palazzi. 4 million plus Palazzi, because he's only 17 years old, this guy, but I don't really know what rating he is. So I don't see whether we should try and offer him. A 2.1 million bid for Connor Wickham has been accepted by Sunderland, so he could be bringing in the young Englishman, which would be very good if we could. He'll probably be in the first team squad, but I don't want to promise him anything. Palermo, they don't want to accept. Also in talks with Sunderland. Just inform. Oh my god. So Lakodi won't be joining us either. Timo Werner because he's too valuable to the club. So as you can see here, you could probably notice in my voice, I'm trying to get a little bit frustrated now because nothing much is really happening in this transfer window and the time is passing really slow. So maybe I'll have to try and finish this episode pretty soon, and the next episode will be more of a... there'll be a game included in the next episode. We'll just have a look in the calendar, see if we're close to a game. So I think we'll go up to the first game here just to see what will happen. But we're not having very much luck at the moment, but hopefully that will start to change soon. Transfer offer we get for Isak Donkor. He can leave the club on a loan deal because he's not in my plans whatsoever. So he's loaned out. They want 7.5 million for Danny Ings. That's not going to happen. Krishna... Marcos Lopez, because they believe he's worth more than that. So they still believe he's worth more than 1.5 million. 2.5 million is the maximum I'm going to go for Marcos Lopez. If they don't accept that, I'm not going any higher. Or I might try and offer a random player. Otherwise, that'll be out the window. And Julian Brand as well. The prices for him look like they could be going up as well. So I don't really know what to do. 4.5 million for Julian Brand. He's an 18-year-old, 70 rated, and he looks pretty decent. So maybe it could be an overspend, but whether it's an overspend or not, we'll just have to wait and see. They've indicated they want 6 million for this player here, but what we're going to try and do is offload this player that we've got, the Danilo D'Ambrosio, because he can actually play right back and left back. So if we can get rid of him, he can maybe make way for the new player that will be joining the club. Andy Carroll, they want 12 million. We're not going to be paying that for the English striker. But what we're going to try and do is use another player to try and lure him into the club, and that will be Jonathan from obviously our club, and hopefully that will try and lure him away. Chelsea, they said that they don't want Cuadrado to leave the club. Lucas Silva, that's it. I'm just going to offer a 6.5 million for him, and if they don't accept that, I'd have to rethink whether I really do want him or not, because I don't think he's a player that I should be spending tens of millions on. Toulouse, they've accepted at 8.5 million for Ben Yedder, so maybe he could be a new player coming to the club. I'll offer him a 70,000 a week. He'll be on a 4-year deal, and he'll be an important first-team player if he does join the club, because he looks pretty decent, and maybe he'll be able to offer something more for us. Ulanusi, they say they want 2.4 million. We'll offer 1.75, sorry, just see if that will convince Molde FK to join the club. And another new signing for us is Jack Grealish. So it's very good to see the youngster from England joining the club, and I'm looking forward to using him in the up-and-coming seasons. Also in talks, Connor Wickham. So maybe we have to try and quickly accept Connor Wickham's contract if he does accept it. Otherwise, he'll be leaving to another club. Sandro, the scout report from Barcelona, he looks quite decent. So we're inquiring about him because he looks pretty decent. So maybe he could be a decent player. And also Zapata, is he any decent? He looks very decent. So we're going to inquire about Zapata as well from Napoli. They might not let him go because obviously it's in the same club as us. West Ham, so it looks like Connor Wickham may be going to West Ham instead of us, even though they accepted a deal. Whether he accepts a contract for us before? Yes, he does. So Colin Wickham will be joining us, which is brilliant to see. So we pick up the English striker for 2.1 million, and that's a very, very good backup striker for us, as I'm very pleased to see that joining the club. So Colin Wickham will be joining the club. Timo Werner won't accept. Julian Brand doesn't accept, nor does he. But Lucas Silva does. So Lucas Silva could be a player joining the club. He'll be a squad rotation player if he does come in. He's a 21-year-old centre defensive mid, and hopefully, I'm really hoping he will be around the 70 rating, which would be great to see, and I'd really love it to see if he could be around about that rating. Julian Brand, we're not going to be getting any of these players by the looks of it. So what I think we should do is try and maybe overspend on a right back, or left back, sorry, in the likes of Tonetsk, which he looks pretty decent. He's not special, but he's not nothing decent either. We have a transfer offer for Samir Handanovic. Wow, that's a big deal from Barcelona. If they up it to 26 million, we will let the 30-year-old goalkeeper leave the club. The transfer offer is accepted for 1.75 million for Elianosi. Maybe if he can play up front, that would be brilliant. If not, maybe we won't sign him. I'm not sure. He'll be a squad rotation player if he does join the club. I'm not actually sure if he's 4-star skills or 5-star skills. We'll have to wait and see if we do sign him. Marcos Lopez, they want 3.9 million. We won't be accepting that, but we'll try and offload a random player just to see if that will try and convince Lille to let him go, but it doesn't look like they will. They don't have any interest in letting their player, Napoli's player, leave and come to us, which is a little bit upsetting, but I suppose it doesn't really matter. Marcos Lopez. So Ben Yedder, do we accept Ben Yedder? We'll still have 8 million left. If we do, minus Lucas Silva will be 6 million, 2 million left. So we won't have much money left. So I'm not sure if we want to accept the bid for this guy yet. For Ben Yedder, we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe we won't sign him, but sign someone else, or maybe we'll let Hernandez leave the club. Obviously, they're looking to try and sign Hernandez because they probably think Lucas Silva will be joining the club, which is very possible. We will up this bid to 3 million for Sandro because he looks pretty decent. He's 70 years old, 70 rated, sorry, and he looks pretty decent. So maybe he'll join the club, maybe he won't. You have to wait and see. And this episode's quite a little bit long now, so maybe you have to start cutting off the episode soon. Lucas Silva is joining the club, so now we have the all-important decision to make. Do we want to sign Ben Yedder from Toulouse, or do we wait and try and sign another player rather than him? So we're going to have a look at the new players we've recently signed, or maybe we'll try and sign someone like Hernandez. We've got to let Hernandez leave the club. I'm sorry, guys. I know Hernandez is a really good player, but when you get a deal that's that much money, 15.5 million, we're going to have to let him go. Oh my God. They have matched 26.5 million for Handanovic. Uh-oh. That is not very good news for us, because I didn't want to let Handanovic go, and that's the reason why I decided to completely counter offer something stupid, because I didn't think Barcelona would come back and accept that. So a little bit disappointed there that Samir Handanovic might be leaving the club. If he does, we'll maybe have to try and sign a new goalkeeper. But we're going to have a look. So these are the new signings we've made. Iñigo Martinez looks pretty decent. Another new signing, Memphis Depay. Once again, Lucas, wow, he's a 75 rated. He looks very, very good, and he might be coming into the first team squad. Jack Grealish, good. Hopefully he'll be starting to grow. And Elianosi, I believe we have just signed as well. Connor Wickham, 72 rated, looks good. Like I said, the only thing that lets him down a little bit is his skill moves and his weak foot, but he can play left mid as well, so hopefully he can try and get us up a little bit and try and grow. And the last player, maybe we haven't signed him yet, Elianosi. Oh no, because we can't sign him because we've got a maximum amount of players. So we're going to have to go and offload a few players, which we will do right now, and then we will end up finishing this video. Because it is getting quite long now, and it'll probably be a little bit boring if I make it even longer. So we're going to offload probably 2 random players, which we'll try and do right this moment in time. So we'll have to try and find the worst one. So where's the worst player? Puskas looks pretty bad. Bernie. Yeah, we'll get rid of Bernie. So we'll offload him, release him from a contract. So he's left the club. And where is the other player we can try and offload? We can offload Bellic. No, he looks pretty decent. So the player we're going to have to offload is either going to be Puskas, who's 18 years old, or no, it's going to be this guy. So it's going to be Puskas. Puskas will be leaving the club, unfortunately, as he'll have to be used to make some room for some other players joining the club, which will probably be Elianusi, which will be joining the club right now, as that will be the last action of this video. Ben Yedder, I don't think we will sign because... Oh, yes, we will sign. If we sell other players like Samir Hernandez and Hernandez, Ben Yedder will join the club, as that could really strengthen up the squad. We're just going to have a look at this last look at the player we've just signed in Elianusi. And if he looks anything decent, which I'm hoping he will be anything decent, I'm really hoping he will have 5-star skills. And that will be the end of this video once we find him. Elianusi, where is he? Here he is. 68 rated. Is he 5-star skills? Yes, he is. I'm really looking forward to using this guy, as he can also play striker. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button down below, as it's going to be very much appreciated. And I really do hope to see you next time very, very soon for the next episode of probably the Portsmouth Crew Mode. Thank you.